You will see me in your communities around the country, in your lecture house, at our music concerts, in our churches, in our mosques, on your streets, at the market centers, at the fishing ports, at our trotro and taxi stations, on your farms, and in every corner of our society.
I was for my mama in our Quaban Namas, Poku 1 TV no Negusua Ocean. It's an first time I was subscribe or subscribe ya. Na adoma na ye notification bell when me asumi aso na why say a better orchard said video bi atuma benye bi we are no like no comment no share ama afoforo so nya bi ahwe. I was for Alan speaks ni nyina ba na we moving pick ambassador hotel on Kramantem. Na senior auditu just oba be kasa na mpa nyame adom dwumade ne ba so Alan akasa wie enche bia na ensem auditu dwade in fact ensem no esoso papa utim se ye ka obi a oso wani swade hunu ewo adwene a ode bebu man Alan eka ho bi these things na ya no wokeka no every president bia na obi a ope president edi bia no okabi that's very true. Omunse maya no muka de bebrebe wo hye nipa no ase ka nanum asem de kai eno ne ye de judge ne de aka ne ka ko awie se ne yebra kufa do be kan ye ne nsem amra no opese ofru simpie no anase ofru akonya no na obedi o mampani nsem o kai ne se obeye president to the difference ewom kakra ene ade o manfo bu afu sanse no mu fi se ne nsem na o kan I was a Kasana can reflect on the president at Odi and so oh ye be dear, and so be no more than no kind and share that Musa. Now Alan can't send bebre. Now and some of them mean to me getting now. Now I did about call me per se a due commonie. Who say Alan? Then go for Ebusa Alan I resign into Alan Oboko independent. And my me post 2 video be any pictures be Facebook. How Facebook will make her say. Me titi bibi Alan obeko independent candidate and go for be me our comment section here there but truly to what I wrote and le Alan ekasai no or they are to just say hey Ghana for say watching one free MPP and no kure wa resign na say obegina as independent candidate na ya to the so aba so mampani say Ghana for nya ni waru shemutu abama no na so wabefro akonya kese no na wabedi o man no anim na ensem na okan in fact omo de omboje so papa isanse papa no omunim edisuade hunu a wo papa no aniso nyema hodo obetumi aye na mu ana mu hwe program na wo Facebook no mu se Alan or the butterfly aye afrafranto ana atu nachi na no obi abusa se aye logo na yes of course meaning say ye dey in the logo because afrafranto de na chikakaka ne de ene ye den eno de benante na enu na me frɛ Alan nkofo ni bi busa say why afrafranto why butterfly ene nipa ni chema chem say butterfly there say oya aboa ba ko bi a one ne ho fe ene enya asam ko to opa aboa ba ko ne kale say fe pa butterfly afrafranto ne ho fe kwa ebi wo kro hwe omumo ti colors na wo omumo ni ade de otu se unya no kra se ene na wo dem aka ope aboa no ho fe ti de edikan Alan the personality na kasa otu so ye bemma mu a papa no ho fe ye is so beautiful Emma bema ye de mo ba but Alan is beautiful ma men kanisa o ye bemma mu a no ho fe kama wa is afrafranto ana tu afrafranto ya aboa bi a obi ani gye no ho Oti ase nkura ni di agro kama panifo ni di agro kama oben wo sisu na onsaso uko aboche kwa de na se kura obuko afrafranto no ni di agro Ghana ha na ye bibi kakra kada de abo bia ebekunu ti afrafranto otimi ani obia relate well e di agro kama Alan you obia otimi relate so well with people ni dimina no obenwa wani ba gene personality because wo hwese no city a obenwo no ni wudi nkoma wo be feel keke e dia mama no afrafra to sai abo bi a in fact uze okonya kakra no de ye na ade Alan oko slow kakra but bo so be wie no na nkunim di aba what you say kofo bebre na mo ka Alan ye hufo ade na munya you are in a contest na afa ye obibi kakra bi a no wa firimu ko ade ntra wo ye obi a ye hufo Alan abeka so no onye hufo only say on trust man you maybe enko achew entia party no enu no sorry brebra ama amane ama otwe ne ho so no he's taking a bold step and a bold decision going as an independent candidate na Ghana for mo so mo dono na mo pe na asem no mo ntu abama no na mo ye o mampani engebe hu first time in the history of Ghana say independent candidate you better so aba no be o mampani ebinsi ka Alan Timias ade odi akwa breaking record na ne moving pick on na nya asem ketwa edom ekohia ho de ni momume ene je o je papa no so na ma papa no kura unu sampa o fans e o Ghana na o ka say Ghana ehia just a political leader. Ghana needs somebody or a president obetumi aye tuba. And Alan John Kojo Chairman is noted for jobs. Sada na all canism. Ghana for yen say ba aduma pa ase obi enye provide aduma. Alan wo. And he is assuring all Ghanaians now that he has declared that he's going on independent candidate, or promising Ghanaians say adia fe na aduma de ebe busu wo Ghana obi abenye bia ye. Nyane se mrantia wie universities ni ade nkofo kra nkos ko mu pa adwuma ya omunya bi ala so oba era adwuma de bebu oti ase ya pomudi onsam ya clinics ya hospitals obe sese bibia ya roads bibia ba kama and I normal talk ala we dey normal talk obi aka bi nemo so oba ye ne hia so oba ye no cause obi aba o ka the same thing and the Ghana for abrem Yabremo. But Alan say, trust him. Samotu Abano obey president as an independent candidate. Obey your mama, Muhato. So what you butterfly idea? Or the Niema who do a F. Akono, a beggar and be a de. What as I would dinner than a yaw denim. Was the only winter so called William Kura now say, what a fili keke. And then Alan a day ebre. I don't account. And yenye ni mwarishimu. Now I say, and some no bekari nana, now or declare actual Ghana for so or independent as candidate or independent candidate. But the manifesto dan kasa do baba thing no be kan wasam e dey actual Ghana for. Now some ba ko kan ye me de personally say obeye president the patcho ni ministerial appointment no e be NPP for, NDC for, PNC for, all inclusive government. And yeah, ebinum kanso monye but me hwese ka Alan Timias ade na kebeboa yemfo obi anhyem ne anya adwuma no adwuma ne nko yentie Alan John Kojo Chairman ne nsem na okan no.
People in positions of authority in this country must understand that leadership is an opportunity to serve the people and not to lord over them. In servant leadership, humility is an asset and not a weakness. Passion for excellence. As a country, we must celebrate competence and excellence and not mediocrity. Advancement in the public sector, in particular, must be based on meritocracy and not patronage and protocol. Putting square pegs in round holes has been the biggest challenge for service delivery at every level in our governance structure. A significant shift in this regard will allow the best talents in our country, particularly the youth, to be deployed to achieve optimum performance in various institutions and organizations. Solution-based thinking and a focus on execution. As a people, we must focus more on getting things done and finding solutions to problems rather than spending time on excessive and needless debates. F. Making laws work in Ghana. The lack of compliance and disrespect for laws, rules, and regulations in Ghana is a major stumbling block for national development. As a people, we must commit ourselves to the sanctity and rule of law to ensure peace, law, and order in our country. Last but not the least, patriotism. The pride of being Ghanaian and promoting good citizenship, as well as patronizing made in Ghana goods, is a development imperative. Fellow countrymen and women, Ghana is at a crossroads, and the dynamics of our time requires a transformational leader. I believe that I am the leader for this time. I have already put forward for the consideration of our country the Great Transformational Plan, GTP, which will significantly deal with poverty and bring prosperity to our nation. The GTP is anchored on 10 pillars, namely, 1, building a strong macroeconomic environment which will be characterized by a stable currency, low inflation, sustainable debt levels, revenue optimization, tight expenditure control, low competitive interest rates, strong external reserves backed by high levels of liquidity to support the financial sector. 2, introduce a new agricultural revolution for Ghana, which will first take advantage of both local, regional, and global markets. Secondly, be driven by technology, innovation, and cutting-edge research. Thirdly, optimize value for farmers through value chains. And fourthly, promote economies of scale in agriculture through large-scale commercial farming. 3, promoting industrial transformation through value addition and the establishment of strategic anchor industries to diversify the Ghanaian economy. This will also involve the establishment of industrial parks and special economic zones, as well as the aggressive promotion of small and medium-scale enterprises. 4, accelerated infrastructural development, promoting private sector financing for public infrastructure such as roads, railways, ports, harbors, water supply systems, public housing, etc. This will reduce government's exposure to the financing of such infrastructural projects. 5, digital mainstreaming. Mainstreaming digitization in all government and public sector activities and bringing digital technologies to the doorstep of the ordinary Ghanaian. 6, energy security and diversification, placing greater emphasis on the development of renewable sources of energy, including but not limited to nuclear and hydrogen energy. This will require fast-tracking the execution of government's strategy for energy transition. 7, health, expanding health infrastructure and services by enhancing private sector participation in health service delivery across the country, as well as improving the viability of the National Health Insurance Scheme. 8, education, undertaking a comprehensive review of existing reforms in the educational sector, particularly the free SHS program, to ensure optimum efficiency and effectiveness in its implementation. Government will pay special attention to institutionalizing the link between industry, academia, and educational institutions, and reinforce the importance of apprenticeship and internship. Considering the critical importance of early childhood education, the development of new industrial the development of new interventions in the educational sector will be to improve basic education in all its forms and nature, including but not limited to physical infrastructure, learning facilities, teacher training, and curriculum development. 9, tourism. Encouraging private sector investments in the development of world-class tourism infrastructure, and also taking steps to leverage the tourism potential in each district and region of our country. In addition, my government will facilitate air travel for tourists coming into the country by providing free visas, including visas on arrival. Finally, the development of the creative industry in Ghana will be the backbone of the reforms in the tourism industry. This will include, but not be limited to, the following creative industries: film, dance, theater, music, literature, and multimedia arts. 10, natural resource management. Developing and implementing a comprehensive program for the management of Ghana's natural resources. This would include oil and gas, solid minerals, water and marine resources, and land and forest resources. As a target, there shall be no export of raw materials from Ghana in any form or nature without a minimum of 60% value addition by the year 2030. This will usher in Ghana's decade of industrial transformation spanning the year 2025 to 2035. 11, decarbonization and climate resilience. Scaling up government's current efforts at reducing Ghana's carbon footprints and facilitating access to the carbon trading markets, as well as establishing mechanisms to strengthen the country's preparedness against the negative effects of climate change and climate variability. 12, national security and defense optimization. Deploying resources to strengthen national security and defense mechanisms and infrastructure to deal substantively with emerging security threats and challenges, particularly in the Sahelian region. 13, downsizing government. Overhauling the architecture of the public service in Ghana by consolidating some existing ministries, departments, and agencies. This will lead to a lean government structure that will ensure operational efficiency and effectiveness in the delivery of government services, and also reduce costs to the national budget. 14, strategic engagement with the international community. Restructuring Ghana's diplomatic and economic relations with the international community based on the principle of positive neutrality, with a focus on promoting the strategic interests of Ghana, as well as our shared commitment to humanity and the preservation of peace around the world. Last but not the least, sports. Investing in world-class new generation sports facilities in selected competitive sporting disciplines. In this regard, my government would encourage the participation of the private sector in the development of sports infrastructure around the country, including sports academies. The Great Transformational Plan, GTP, will provide jobs for the people, cash for the people. In conclusion, fellow countrymen and women, the concept of an independent candidate becoming the President of the Republic of Ghana, though novel, will be the most innovative and revolutionary development in Ghana's political history. It will indeed be a watershed development in Ghana. Although similar examples of this model have been practiced successfully in countries such as Benin in Africa and other political jurisdictions. In a country like Ghana, that is currently embroiled in divisive political turmoil, an independent candidate who becomes president will be a bipartisan and honest broker amongst different political parties and will bring healing and reconciliation to our body politic. Ministers and other key government officials will be appointed from all parties and shall also include and shall also include individuals who are apolitical but have a demonstrable and proven track record of performance in their field of specialization. Fellow countrymen and women, what Ghana needs now is a new leader and not a new political party. It is worth noting that the great nations of this world were built on the vision of great leaders and not on the back of political parties. There are multiple examples of such great leaders in political history around the world, including George Washington and Abraham Lincoln of the United States of America, Winston Churchill of Great Britain, Mahatma Gandhi of India, Lee Kuan Yew of Singapore, Deng Xiaoping of China, and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. In the current political dispensation of Ghana, under an executive presidency, the President of the Republic represents one constituency, only one constituency, which is the constituency of Ghana. While different political parties can contest for parliamentary seats on the ticket of their political parties, electing an independent candidate as president who will lead a government of national unity will not only bring harmony to the legislature, but also facilitate the approval and execution of government programs and projects. Who better can moderate and lead such a political divide than an independent candidate who has no direct ties with any existing political party? Fellow countrymen and women, I wish to use this opportunity to assure the rank and file of the new patriotic party that I still very much cherish my relationship with you, and I'm committed to the ideals of the founding fathers of the party. My decision to contest as an independent candidate will not destroy the party, but rather provide the party an opportunity to participate in a government of national unity in the future. And avoid the risk of going into opposition with no dividends in what arguably will be a difficult general election in 2024. You can vote for your preferred choice of MPP parliamentary candidate, but vote for Alan John Kojo Chramate. But vote for Alan John Kojo Chramate in the presidential elections in December 2024 to become the 6th president of the 4th Republic of Ghana. To the rank and file and sympathizers of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, and to my friends in leadership positions in the NDC, please note that if elected as president, I will also be president for NDC. You will be better off avoiding the risk of remaining in opposition if you do not win the 2024 general election. Rather, participate in the government of national unity by voting for Alan Kyerematen as President of Ghana, December 2024. To the rank and file, and my friends in the smaller parties and other political organizations, including the national interest movements, please let us join hands to unite Ghana for our collective benefit. Fellow countrymen and women, I will in the coming weeks conduct a formal launch of my campaign and provide further details of my great transformational plan. Subsequent to the launch event and in the coming months, you will see me in your communities around the country, in your lecture house, at our music concerts, in our churches, in our mosques, on your streets, at the market centers, at the fishing ports, at our trotro and taxi stations, on your farms, and in every corner of our society. Thank you. I am determined to hear the voice of the people in this movement for change. I invite every Ghanaian citizen to join me in this movement. In particular for the youth of Ghana, this is your chance. This is your chance to take control of power and authority in this country and shape the course of your own future. Together, we will win and Ghana will rise again. Together, we will win and Ghana will rise again.
Akia don't go here, and ya no. Ana Alan de Abetudano. Enti Alan Bako, Uncle, Ala Kodedin, Omabio, Nina Alaba, Wakasa. Independent candidate, Ojina, Miatu Soba. Yamiaduma, December 7th, Yebunu. Sabatu Adebaswa, one Ebetu Abamana. After MPP Poku Yomudio, is it going to be Baumia or Canada Japan? Omumienu, and a huge contenders. Yahese Mubakubenya, Noabe Facey, John Dramani Mahama, and of course, Alan John Kojo Kyerematen. Tuusha, second Obina, Ken Alan Mahama. Wow. Say Baumia Alan Mahama. Hi, contest the mobile shit. I asked some good. We will wait and see. You let together, you may say the but Alan say, Obey film is coming on your homes. But Alan say, Obey film. He's coming in your homes, in your offices, on the streets, of course, in the pubs, in the nightclubs, in the mosques, in the churches, everywhere. Oba, to watch out. Alan Kyerematen, Bama Bibi Aswa Eka. Mama, if you see a Poku One TV, it's your first time, and I will share here. No subscribe, no like, no comment, no share. My notification bell is the bituma when you be here. Me didn't edit Kofi Poku, we didn't see her makramo. Yami Shram.
Poku One TV.